Good afternoon. Welcome again to our yard of the week. I've got the camera facing. It's this one right up here, straight ahead. Very nice yard in a very cool neighborhood here. Some city workers kind of wandering around here. There's some road construction going on in the neighborhood here. How's it going? Getting ready to knock out this project here. Grab a battery from my battery bin here. Ooh, some wind. A little bit windy today. Looks like the homeowner is not home. I do not know whose car that is in the driveway though. It's kind of weird. It's her son's. I haven't met her son. Or I should say I haven't met her son in like 30 years. Kind of a long story. I'm gonna start today with the 2100 blade edger. This is one of the ones that I do run a blade over, so it's that in action. It's not a terribly large yard, but there is a backyard with a pool near the golf course. Afternoon. Am I good parking there, or does it matter? Okay, cool. All right. Normally I'd be parking right in front of the property, but due to the construction, I'm going to have to park on the opposite street here, over here on Berry Mead. That's not a problem. Just a little more walking. It's not a lot to blade edge here, just a little strip. Which is good because I'm not terribly fond of this edger. It's adequate. It's adequate, but it's not great. This trimmer here, though, is the all-star. This trimmer does great. Good footage today. Wow, that's loud. Even with my headphones on, that's pretty damn loud. All right. Little area, small area here in the back to hit, and then we're gonna get it with the mower. All right. Thank y'all for tuning in to this installment of the Yard of the Week. I'm going forward and doing a voiceover for this section, just due to the fact that the ambient noise from that city construction work out there was just too great. That noise was insane. That concrete cutting of the road or whatever, it drowned out all the noise from the machines and from me talking and everything during this segment. Basically, this is a really nice yard that I maintain in a pretty nice neighborhood here in Farmers Branch. It's very close to the golf course, one of the couple of golf courses we have here in town. This client, kind of special to me. Kind of an interesting deal. I recently became reconnected with her after about over 20 years of not having any contact with her. When I growing up as a kid in the 90s, we lived with my grandparents for a number of years, for about 5 or 6 years, and you've seen me, talk about that property, and I featured that yard a few times on here, but they lived around the corner from Grandma in the same little neighborhood, and we moved away. My mom and dad and my family moved out of there in 2000. And we moved up to Denton and lost contact with these people. By the time I came back in 2005, they had moved on from the neighborhood, and I didn't know what happened to them. Well, about a year and a half ago, I was at the dog park where we typically go to, and was talking to this lady up there, and she looked a little bit familiar, but I wasn't quite sure. Couldn't put my finger on where she was from or where I knew her. Well, she mentioned where she lived and, the street, and I was like, hey, I lived around the corner from there. And so I was asking her where she lived and what house, and she was telling me, and I was like, I'm not picturing that. And then, I put my head together. Oh, you're the lady with the Volvos. She had two, her and her husband each had a Volvo. One was a different color than the other. And that's how I remembered them. It was one of those really weird things. So I was just grateful that I, reconnected the relationship with her. And unfortunately, her husband had passed away by the time I reconnected, so I was not able to reconnect with him. But still, it was really cool to make that connection again after all those years. And I'm grateful I've been able to do this property and help her out. She's a really nice lady. She owns a local bakery here in town. I haven't had a chance to frequent that place yet, but I'm meaning to do that hopefully here soon as time allows. But this is a nice yard that I do. I've done a little clean out for her as well here a couple of weeks back on a Saturday morning. We cleaned some shrubs and whatnot out of the landscape beds and helped them out. So anyway, this was a really nice one. I'm fixing to be done with it here, but I'll keep the recording going here for a few minutes. But it's just one of those interesting stories that you hear about, and this is one of my ones that I enjoy doing, and I've been blessed and really grateful to have the opportunity to work for her and for people like her. And moving forward, we're going to continue what we're doing, helping people out and living our values, things that we like to do in our life and our business. So anyway, I thank you for watching, and be back to the wrap-up video here shortly. They were breaking in the concrete work, so I was able to record a little bit more footage. All right, thank you. All right, we are done. Nice clean job here. I just got to double check and make sure the gate is locked here on the side. I wouldn't want the puppies to get out here. Looks like we're good to go. A lot of construction going on around here today. Yeah, we're good there. All right. The trip turned out pretty good. Everything's growing up really nicely. St. Augustine has come back and filled in pretty well in most areas. There's a little part here that's still kind of dormant, but it is what it is. I'm going to avoid these car parts right here. We didn't mow this little piece here. All right. Maybe next week we can park where we usually park, but I doubt it. Looks like they're doing a number on this road here. Go ahead. 2 Subarus. 1 and 2. All right. And that concludes the Yard of the Week. Thank you for watching and have a good one.